All right, what's good? Man, you know what is real embarrassing? Let me tell you, it was real embarrassing and feel real funny. After I make sure that this live stream is actually live. Come on, come on, come on. So I know if you can hear me and if this live stream is live.
Actually live.
All right, there you go.
Come on, come on. So I know if you can hear me and if this live stream is live.
All right, there we go. Now, let me tell you what the most embarrassing thing is. To have talked for two whole solid minutes and not realize that that you ain't pressed go live. Started off the show like that. Sorry for being late. Give me 1 second, though. I got to turn this light on over the top of my head. All right, here we go. Boop, Biggie. All right, man. So let's start this show. What's good to everybody in the chat? And let me start with my man. What did I do to deserve this to start off the show? My man, Focus Ball, said the WBC franchise belt being passable makes it a real title. Yes and no. Because they can choose whether or not to pass it in a particular fight. It doesn't necessarily pass because you want it. It passes if the WBC agrees to it. So no, it is not a pass. It's not a real title. I have to have a slight difference of opinion on that. No, it cannot be a real title because a real title you win because you beat the guy. And that's not the case with the franchise title. Right? That's what makes the franchise title so ridiculous to begin with. It's a stupid rule. Can't be a real title because what happened if Mauricio Sulaiman said no? Nah, I'm not. If you beat Vasily, I'm not going to let you pass. I'm not going to pass it to you. It's just going to go vacant. Right? The simple fact that you have to appeal to ask for it, it makes it a designation and not a title because you have to ask for it. So even like that's the most basic reason for people to reject it. Because how do you get it? You get it by asking for it. You don't get it by fighting it. Like they say Devin Haney is an email champion. That's what the franchise belt is. It's an email championship. You email and ask them, and they email you back and tell you yes or no. It's one in an email, literally. But look, it's more of an email championship, actually, because in the case of the WBC, somebody got to vacate it, and then they give it to the number one contender and have them fight an interim title. Right? They're going to fill it with somebody. Right? But the franchise champion, no. You have to ask them for that. They're not just going to do it. It's just not on the line for anybody that's in the fight like that. Mauricio Sulaiman himself could have said, no, you cannot fight for the franchise championship. And then the fight would have still happened. What would have been on the line? Nothing. So why did Mauricio Sulaiman make it transferable? So he could get a paycheck. But he might not want another paycheck, right? In another instance, he could say, nah, I don't want that paycheck. The paycheck that I'm getting for Gary Russell Jr. for his regular WBC belt, that's okay. I'll just take that money. You know what I mean? No need. What do you make? How much am I getting paid off, Gary? Oh, we getting what? 30,000? I don't know what it is. What's 3% of his purse? 6,000, 7,000? Nah. We'll just take that because what good is the franchise going to do? We're not going to make any more money off of him off of a franchise. The only reason that you would franchise, because it's money, that's what he said, is if there is a financial incentive to give a guy a franchise, right? Because didn't Mauricio Sulaiman say that they need to make money? That's why there's so many championships. And if that's true, wouldn't that mean that there's financial incentives to name people champions? So then wouldn't it also mean that it's reasonable to ask, what's the financial incentive for giving somebody a franchise belt? And what's the financial incentive for giving them 130, the regular belt? What are the financial incentives? So since we now know that it has clearly been acknowledged that finances are critical to this scenario of you giving championships to people, right? Makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Justin Hawkins in the building. He says, salute for 9 in the LDBC and the whole chat. Yes, sir. Nuke Juice in the building. Nuke Juice. I need for you to do me a favor, man, for Patreon. I need for you to follow me on Instagram because I'm going to create a private group on Instagram for patron members. Okay, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to put it up on Patreon. That one of the perks for the Instagram, for the Patreon, is that you're going to be able to have you're going to be in a private Instagram group, and I'm going to talk to you live, multiple times during the month, where you get with the questions that you want asked, whether it's boxing or not. We're going to talk one-on-one at least once a month for Patreons, and that's a lot because that's like I got to schedule them because it's going to be like, I suspect not everybody's going to want them every month. You know what I mean? On the same day. So I'll just spread them through the month. And that's going to be the way, like any questions that you have about business or videos that you want to do. I mean, dude, I'm going to do the video. I'll write, if you ask the question and I know ahead of time, I'll create it and I'll just present it to you just like this instead of having to present it in a video. And I think that you guys will get a lot of value out of that on the Patreon. And you know what I mean? We'll do it like that because I want to produce really good videos and a lot of content on Patreon. And I think really that if I just attack it like a service to you guys on Instagram and do videos there, that you guys will get. I mean, I like all the business consultation questions that you guys have. I can always respond to that, in a 30-second clip, 45-second clip. I'm yours. For the Patreon, seriously, I'm just telling you, I appreciate you guys so much for your patience and long-standing support. If you are a Patreon, just make sure that you sign up for the Instagram. You say, hey, Fannon, I'm on your Patreon. Put me in the group. I will say, boom, I'm going to put you in the group. And then, bam, you send me a message. You say, hey, man, I need to talk about this. I need to do that. And I'm yours, okay? And we're going to do at least one conversation a month. And most likely, 3 or 4. You know what I mean? Most likely okay to do maybe one once a week. Because it's not, as long as it's not like 15 minutes long, and it's easier to do them directly. So that was my announcement. I want to let you know that, Nuke Juice. Thank you for your support so much, man. Because I always think about Patreon when I see you. And you guys you guys also don't go to the Patreon to interact enough. So here, because it's Instagram, you're going to be able to, Instagram quick. Yeah, there you go, Nuke. So now with that, I'm going to start the group with you. Now let's get into boxing. Sorry, I had to do that, man. Deacon 305 says, salute, fam. Love your analytical breakdowns, man. Thank you very much. Now let's get it. Thank you, sir. And much love in that super chat. And I don't know where my phone is. It's over there on the charger. So I got to give you, I'm not going to give you a week gone. Much love in that super chat. Said I don't have IG or, hey, yeah, just get a small one. All you got it's free. All you got to do is be like, name it Patreon, and only person you have to follow is me. And then you got a direct link on Instagram to me. The way, if you're not on Instagram, figure out how it works. Trust me, it's very easy to communicate. Very, very easy to communicate. All right, so let's get into this conversation. First things first. Bob Arum is out of his mind, dog. I want to let you know. Now, it's not in the title of the video. But this will be the beginning subject of our conversation for certain. And that is that Bob Arum let out of his pie hole that, and I got to say it now before somebody steals it. But I want to point something out to you. And I got my fat man towel. Not really a fat man, but I do sweat. I'm bald, so I got to wipe my head. All right. So Bob Arum got this out, managed to get this up out of his pie hole. And I was quite amazed. For him to say that the big fights at lightweight are Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia, and it's not a big fight with, I almost hate to do this because somebody's going to steal this. I hate it. See, that's what, when you steal, that's what it does, dog. When people take people's shit, it just limits creativity because you just don't want to share it. You want to keep it to yourself. What's up? Mesio Dotas. That's what's up. Did you get my super chat a few days ago? El Asante. I will definitely check it out. And if you're on Instagram, that's another thing about Instagram. El Asante, if you did the super chat, and if I miss it, go to Instagram. There will be a message in my inbox that say this is Asante L from YouTube. You're a bastard, Fannon. You missed my super chat. I will immediately say, okay, let's chop it up. Ask me a question. Boop. I'll give you a 30-second video response or 2 or 3 because they're easy for me to do, okay? You know what I mean? So I apologize, and that's the new policy on any missed super chats, okay? Go to the Instagram because it's free, okay? It don't cost you no money to get an Instagram account. And just, boom, sign up. I'm there, okay? Trust me, I've been looking for this. All right, so let's add us, and that's what's up. That's what's up. Keep it, rep that Howard, man. Great university. Okay, you don't know, man. It is. Sometimes they don't. Anyway, let me get to this. Bob, let me get to the conclusion. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. Then I'm going to tell you. Then I'm going to tell you what I told you. Okay? Follow along with me, children. And I literally mean that. Because if anybody else does that shit in the video, you know where this shit came from. I'm going to tell you what. Let me tell you what I'm going to tell you. Then I'm going to tell you. Then I'm going to tell you what I told you. Bob Arum, this is what I'm telling you. Bob Arum does not think Teofimo Lopez is a big draw, and he does not think that and he is not confident that Teofimo Lopez can beat Devin Haney. That's what I'm going to tell you, because that's what he said. That's the logical, when I say said, I mean that's the logical extension of what he said. That result is the logical extension of the words that came out of his mouth, which is why I'm like, what's up with the pie hole slippage? Okay, because that's pie hole slippage for you to say. And let me tell you again, what is, man, some Musa lifestyle in the building? What's good with you, man? So why, Fannon, is the question. No problems. I got you. Let me steal that from BFTB. No problems. I got you. No problems. I got you. Your boy got you. Your boy's taking care of you. Let me tell you why. The reason why is that if what he said is true, he must believe the things that I said. It's just logical. Why, Fannon? What's the logic? Here's the logic. You have 4 fighters that he named. He was talking about Teofimo Lopez. 3 fighters he picked fights between. And he said this. Teofimo Lopez, there's a big fight between Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis. That's a big fight. Right? That's a big fight. Second, he says the fight with Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez is a big fight. Right? So now we got two people. And what is that? Who is those again? So I don't lose you. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia were the big fight with Teofimo Lopez, but the fight with Devin Haney is not a big fight. Got me? That's what he said. Is that what he said? I need somebody to acknowledge that that's what he said, because I do not want to be accused of misleading people, of hiding behind question marks and shit like that. No, I'm asking you a straight up and down question. Did the man not say that for Teofimo Lopez, the big fights were Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, not Devin Haney? And all of you trolly people who ain't in the comment section yet will be saying the same thing. So we are all in agreement. I think we're all in agreement. So let's take the next step forward. Why then, Fannon, do you say that means that Teofimo Lopez is not a big fighter? Well, let me answer. Let's put Devin Haney in the same position that we put Teofimo Lopez and ask the same question. Let's take the same scenario, but use another fighter and look at it from Devin Haney's point of view. Who are the big fights? Gervonta Davis is a big fight, right? Ryan Garcia is a big fight, right? And Teofimo Lopez, maybe from Devin Haney's point, could be a big fight for Devin Haney. But ask Devin Haney, which are the biggest fights there? Who do you think he's going to fight? Is he going to fight Gervonta? Or is he going to fight Ryan? Or is he going to fight Teofimo Lopez? Guess what? From Devin Haney's point of view, it doesn't make a difference. He would take all of those fights, right? Devin Haney's not going to complain about fighting Ryan Garcia. We take it in a minute. Same thing for the other two. Now let's put Gervonta Davis in that situation and see who Gervonta Davis would fight. And what is a big fight for Gervonta Davis? Is Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney a big fight? Yes. Very big fight. Devin Haney and that's a big fight. You know why? Because Gervonta Davis is there, period. The fact that Gervonta Davis is fighting Devin Haney makes that a big fight. Everybody's going to go to it. Just like Leo Santa Cruz fighting. Gervonta Davis is a big fight. Or Ryan Garcia fighting Gervonta Davis is a big fight. Got that? So any of those fights are big for Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis is there. Because he's in it. He makes the fight big. Regardless. And he can fight Devin Haney without all the prima donna headaches of Teofimo Lopez. And that's the truth. Right? He's big because he don't need him. And that's the truth. Now, Ryan Garcia, can he make a big fight with Devin Haney? Yes. Ryan Garcia said as much. Would Ryan Garcia be a big fight with Devin Haney, with Teofimo Lopez? Yes. Because Bob Arum said it would be. And would it be big with Gervonta Davis? Yes. Because Gervonta Davis said so. So, every fight is big. Now, let me bring it to the conclusion of why that means that Teofimo is not a big draw. Because either Ryan or Tank can make a big fight with any of those. And according to Teofimo Lopez's promoter, he cannot. If Teofimo Lopez is a big deal, then why can't the fight with Devin Haney be big? Because he's in it. Just like Ryan Garcia and just like Gervonta Davis. Why is it that a Devin Haney fight with Gervonta Davis is big? A Devin Haney fight with Ryan Garcia is big by the admission of both of them. And the promoter of Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather Jr., says it's big. So why wouldn't it be big with Teofimo Lopez? For the same reason that Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis may not be that big. Because Regis Prograis is not Gervonta Davis. He's admitting that Teofimo Lopez is not a big enough star to carry that fight by himself. He needs somebody else. He needs Ryan. He needs Gervonta. Because Bob says that Gervonta, you got to think about this. Bob wants you to focus on the fact that Gervonta is bigger than Tank. I mean, Gervonta is bigger than Devin, and Ryan is bigger than Devin. But by his own logic, that would also mean because Teofimo can't make a big fight with him, that Teofimo's not that big. And guess what? That's the truth. It's a tactic admission, and it's the truth. Which is why Teofimo Lopez shouldn't get out the fight on some claim that he's not big enough, because neither is Teofimo Lopez, apparently. And I have not heard Gervonta Davis act like he wanted to. He ain't look like he's sweating sweating Teofimo Lopez. You heard Floyd Mayweather Jr. jumping up and down about a fight with him and Teofimo Lopez? Nope. Not heard it. So, like I said, let it slip out of his pie hole. And his pie hole is what that is. That is what you call bullshit. Okay? It's an excuse to duck. And there's a whole lot of excuses for ducking going on in boxing right about now. All over. Jupiter B said Bob is always accidentally shitting on his own fighters. Yeah, man. See, that's why you really should read their stuff. Like, reading is fundamental. Logic is critical. And really, it doesn't do you much good to read if you don't have any real sense of logic. And logic is not just some ethereal shit floating around in the sky. It's a process. It's a process. You just take all the nonsense out, put it in proper order, ask a series of questions that don't have those specific facts associated, and the whole thing should still work, right? It shouldn't be personality driven, which is why I'm saying that the franchise belt is ridiculous, because it's not systematic at all. Hold on 1 second. I got to turn my phone off. Hello? Chilling. Hey, I'm in the middle. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Sorry, that was my lawyer. Ooh, that was my lawyer, my personal attorney. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to have another, I'm not going to say that now because that's something else, and I don't want, well, y'all can't get her, so I could probably say it anyway. But anyway, let's move forward. I think so too, Fannon, the way you put it that way. Yeah, that's the only logical explanation for what he said and his opinion, right? Dog, look, go back and look at the rounds. Go back and look at the rounds that Teofimo Lopez lost. That Teofimo Lopez lost. Did you see what happened? What happened to Teofimo Lopez was he could not stop getting punched in the face for long periods of time by Vasily Lomachenko. Which is why I know they don't want no rematch. Because while you're bullshitting, Teofimo Lopez beat that boy up. Okay? Now, who won the fight? Who won the fight? The scorecards. Teofimo Lopez. Who got beat up the worst at one given point in time in the fight? Seriously, I'm asking Teofimo Lopez fans to answer that question. If you had to pick 3 minutes of somebody getting their asses whooped, and you had to pick 3 minutes of Vasily Lomachenko getting his ass whooped, and you had to pick 3 minutes of Vasily Lomachenko getting his ass whooped, who do you think would have the better 3 minutes of tape? Vasily, because he was whooping his ass. Which is why I said, damn, dog. I have this feeling. You remember when I had that feeling? Everybody like, you picked Teofimo Lopez to win. You picked Teofimo Lopez to win. No, I did not pick Teofimo Lopez to win. What I said, no, I did not pick Vasily Lomachenko to win. I got to switch that. Let me restate that because I want to be clear because I misspoke. I did not pick Vasily Lomachenko to win. I, at a point, said, I feel like my bet is going to go bad because I have this vision. And let me tell you what my vision was. It was called logic. But it's visual, okay? When I say like I had a vision, I literally mean that. I had a vision because I said, fuck, what happens when he goes to stage 2 on Teofimo Lopez? And I know he's not going to come out hard. So the first couple rounds is going to be whatever because that's how the fights with Lomachenko always go. That's the switching angles rounds. But what happens when Lomachenko puts that gas on him? When he puts that gas on him, I was like, damn, I can see him knocking him out. And guess what? If Vasily Lomachenko punched like Regis Prograis, he would have got knocked out. Tank fights scrubs. So does Teofimo Lopez. So what? Like, everybody fights scrubs. And I'm going to say this to you, Mr. Carlos. I can't pronounce your last name. Don't want to dog your last name. Everybody fights scrubs. That's like saying Tank takes shit in the morning. You know what I mean? Tank takes a shit in the morning. Okay, what are you telling me for that for? I can tell you, name a boxer and I can name a scrub. And let's bet. Carlos, I bet you $100. If you name a fighter, I can name you a scrub he beat. And I'm going to go to BoxRec, just so you know. So whoever this mystery fighter is out there in the world that ain't never fought a bum or a scrub, name him. Because if it's on BoxRec, if he exists, it's on BoxRec. If it exists, he's on BoxRec. And I'm going to go to it. And I promise you I'll find a scrub. I'm going to name, matter of fact, and let me help you out. Sugar Ray Robinson. There's some scrubs. 50, 60 scrubs. 50, 60 scrubs. 50, 60 scrubs on that resume. He got 100 and some fights. He got damn near 200 fights. Of course, there's some scrubs on there, dog. What you think this is? Y'all don't watch boxing. Y'all watch boxing, but you're now messed up because now I'm practiced. I've seen every argument that you're going to make 100 times. You cannot touch me. Let me assure you that I have gone full-fledged beyond you. Because I sit up here and listen to people like you all the time, dog, asking me the same stupid question. Not stupid questions, but making statements like that. So, it's kind of like doing push-ups at this point. Like you don't even think about it. You say something, here it comes. You know what I mean? That's how it is, dog. You need to stop talking and focus on just listening here, okay? Everybody fights scrubs. How's Carlos against Carlos black? How's Carlos against it? Man, Carlos is black. Look at Carlos. Man, Carlos ain't got no problem with black people. Carlos is black. Man, I got cousins look just like that dude. Matter of fact, nigga, that red hair, that nappy red shit on your chin, boy, don't act like you ain't black, dog. Okay? Don't act like you ain't black, dog. Yo, he don't like himself. is what Carlos is doing. Carlos don't like himself. Dog, you can't come up in here looking like my cousin Enrique and saying you ain't black. I call his ass black too. You know what I'm saying? What? Nigga, shut up. That's what I say to you. Nigga, shut up. Just a nigga that can swim. I don't want to hear that. Fuck up out of here. You don't like black fighters, dog. Fuck. You telling me, dude? That's like people be saying, J-Lo said nigga. J-Lo said, of course she did. I know she did. I'm pissed she acting like she ain't. That's my thing. I'm like, why you all acting like, dude, for real? I will be looking at like Feliciano Trinidad and all this shit, and I'll be like, why y'all acting like he ain't black? Like, at what point in time is everybody in the room going to act like acknowledge he's black? I just want to know. I'm saying, like, Miguel Cotto, I just want to know when you're going to stop. Just don't act like he ain't black. I'm saying, like, when? When? I know you're Puerto Rican. That's a country. If I was born in Puerto Rico, I'd be Puerto Rican too. It's just what it is. I'm saying, I'm sorry. It's just, I just don't get it. I don't get it, and I refuse. I'm saying, I refuse. So no, I ain't gonna be mad at Angel. What's his name? Angel Garcia for saying that. Why? I'm glad you admitted it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for admitting it. Now we can get along a lot better. Now we can understand each other. Dog, it was so frustrating being up in New York, being around cats, dog. And I'd be like, dog, don't act. What are you talking about? like all I have to do is speak Spanish, dog. That's all. Let me tell you straight up, I am 100% a Rosetta Stone fucking course away. Nigga, from being more Hispanic than Tito Trinidad is. That shit is just fucking stupid to me, man. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. I know that may piss off some people, but I don't really truly give a fuck, okay? Because somebody came on my channel like, you don't like black fighters. I'm like, dude, I just don't speak Spanish. That's it. Okay. And you're a nigga too. Okay. Let's tell the world the secret. Okay. You can dog, my wife is Creole. Dog, why I chew on y'all for a second. For real, for real. My wife is Creole. And so you be down in Louisiana, you know who's, dude, you know. That's why I'm saying, Carlos, you can't really hide. You know what I'm saying? You can't really hide, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else might be confused, but the yellow niggas in the room, everybody knows. Everybody be like, all the other yellow niggas be like, man, that nigga just wearing a hat. Hey, man, take your hat off. Hey, bro, grow your hair. Take your hat off. Yeah, why don't you grow your shit out like this so then we can talk? Please. Anyway, sorry, I had to chew on you for a little while for saying Tank fight scrubs. Okay. Because I knew you were vulnerable for it and it was easy. Okay. And I'm a bully sometimes. I love it, man. Hey, and respect to you, Carlos, man. I hope you subscribe. I hope you stay around, dog. I really do. All right. So don't worry, man. That was fun. Woo, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. That's the fun part of the job. Because I'm poking at you, dude. I know. But I'm just saying diaspora. That's all I'm saying. I be trying to explain, dog. Like, I be telling, like, dude, funny story, dude. Funny story. This is what I grew up with, right? With motherfuckers trying to pass, okay? Because it's just passing. That's what it is. Like, I ain't speaking about Carlos. Let me take Carlos' name out of here, man. Because it ain't about Carlos. Dog, y'all motherfuckers be trying to pass, and that shit be funny as shit to me. And one time I was sitting there with this dude who's trying to pass, and I was like, nigga, I couldn't believe it. I was like, dog, what the fuck are you trying here? And I wasn't even gonna go for it because I was the only other black dude in the room. And I'm like, hold on, I'm the only other black dude in the room, and you gonna act like you ain't what? No. And what I said was, Egypt is in Africa. Dog, I fucked this whole shit up because I was like, hey man, where you from? He's like, Cairo. I was like, really? Where's Cairo? Ain't Cairo in Africa? He's like, and everybody's like, Cairo's not in, Egypt's not in Africa. Egypt not in Africa. It was all hot and shit. And I was like, I looked at him. Is Egypt in Africa? And he was like, yes, Egypt is in Africa. I said, does that make you African? He's like, yes, I am African. I said, then you black. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. They don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I am not going to be the only nigga in the room. Okay, just because you a little yellower than me, I'm not doing it. I'm busting all y'all passing ass niggas out. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I know the culture. Okay, you were passing me pelo malo, dog. Stop fucking trying to pass. That's what the shit that means, dog. What is that? Pelo malo? What is that? I can't say that shit for nothing. Like I said, you know the saying. Yo, shit's nappy, dog. That means, oh no, cut that shit off. Cut that shit off. Cut that shit off. No. 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 Grow your shit. And then we'll have a conversation. Okay. And that goes to some other motherfuckers too, just so you know. Okay. I don't do that, dog. Diaspora, homie. Not everybody is super chocolate. Don't be trying to run up out of here. Acting like you faking. Dude, I told this one dude one time, and I know this ain't boxing, but we're gonna get right back on boxing. I did this one time, dog. Fuck with his head. Because he's from Louisiana. And I could tell he was black. And he didn't know it. And I was like, dog. I was like, there's plenty of people that you would never know were black. They walk around right in front of you. Some of the people hating on you are because they trying to distract from the fact that they are. Believe it. There's plenty of people out there doing that shit. Plenty of them, dog. So I said, and then they don't tell their kids. They just go off into the fucking la la land with big ass sunglasses on and hats trying to hide from the fucking sun. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't tell their kids. They don't tell their kid husband, or they don't tell their wives. They let their kids grow up, and then the kid got this little nappy-headed white boy confused. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, dog, it's not that you're black. You know what I'm saying? That shit does not come from you. That shit comes from this. Your shit is like mine. You are Negro. I don't give a fuck. I do not need, no, I do not need no fucking, no, what's that shit 21 and me to tell you? Your hair is nappy. If your shit is nappy, somebody around you had nappy. Connect the nappies. You know what I'm saying? Connect the nappy dots. Where do you think your naps will lead you? You know what I'm saying? Follow your naps through your family history. Anyway, I'm done. I am done with that. I'm having so much fun today. I got to turn this fan on. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry. So let's get back on boxing, man. Oh. Ooh, that's much better. I was like, why am I hot? I didn't have my fan on, and I got like these three hot. I got hot light, and no fan, dog. That is all right. So let's get back to boxing, man. I was clowning too much. All right. So, like I said, the only reason that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney is not a big enough fight, and the other fights are, is because Teofimo Lopez is not that big a star. And he can't have a undisputed fight at lightweight. Isn't a big fight. Right? Listen to that. That's the other side of it. There's no way out of this argument. He says that Devin Haney's the WBC champion. Teofimo Lopez, everybody agrees, holds the other three belts. Everybody knows he has the WBA belt. Everybody knows that he has the WBO belt. Everybody knows he has the IBF belt. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. So why wouldn't it be a big fight? Why wouldn't it be a big? If everybody knows, Bob, then why isn't it a big fight? It's for undisputed. It's definitely for undisputed. It's for undisputed. You could actually market that as double undisputed, because I'm saying it's undisputed. You saying it's not undisputed. So I whooped your ass. Now I am doubly undisputed. I was undisputed when I whooped the dude that disputed it. Now he got to shut his ass up, and I'm undisputed. It's how much better a fight is. How many undisputed fights are? Here's the thing too. Now, how bad do you have to be not to be able to sell a undisputed fight? How bad do you have to be? What, you Usyk? Is that what you are? Oh, I understand. You're Usyk level. You're a guy that can be an undisputed champion of weight division and not be a draw. Man, that tells you right there what Bob thinks of them belts. Because Terrence, I feel so much better turning that fan on. I was like, dude, these people going to think I'm a fucking crackhead. Why the fuck am I sweating like this? All right. Now I feel comfortable, dog. That shit was distracting. I could not figure out what it was, man. Wish I had a producer or something. Keep me from doing stupid shit like that. All right. If you had to tell somebody that Luis Ortiz or Tito Trinidad or Rigondeaux was black, you probably should not be talking to them. Unless you are baby talk, special education level. Yeah, see, they don't argue about that one, but they won't catch the Adriana Limas. They won't catch the Felix Tito Trinidads. They won't catch it's the ones black people don't catch a lot of time. Because it's like, oh, man, that nigga ain't Spanish. That's a language, dog. It's just a language. He's a light-skinned nigga that's bilingual. He's a bilingual nigga. He's a bilingual light-skinned nigga. That's it. That's what Fat Joe is. Fat Joe's he's a light-skinned, he's a light-skinned bilingual Negro. Okay? That's what it is. Because he's descended from what? Africans and Europeans. What am I descended from? Africans, Europeans. What are you descended from? African, Europeans. If I'm African and European and he's African and European, how am I black and your ass ain't? How am I more European than my nephews and they are Latino? Because they speak Spanish? No. He's a little Negro. I'm a little Negro. Former little Negro. That's what it is, man. It's just that's what it is. Okay? So no, but there's a lot more black fighters than people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more black fighters than people are actually saying are black fighters because you won't pay black fighters. Tell Danny Garcia this. Hey man, I give you, or is this how much? If he doesn't, there's a problem. If he didn't, there's a problem, right? Because when you count black champions, you should count Danny Garcia. Puerto Rico, if you believe in race, Puerto Rico ain't a race. Puerto Rico is a state that they don't pay. It's a state they fuck over, okay? He's a United States citizen that's getting fucked over something major in Puerto Rico. So all of them left and went to New York. As many of could went to New York. Now you got New Yorkers. How you got to Philly would be an interesting story. What's going on, Frank? The trucker. Man, thank you, dude, so much, man. I got my phone now. Much love in that super chat. Esau the Devil said, can you switch topics now? Yes, absolutely I can switch topics. Would you like to know what my topic is? Too easy. I know you want me to do that, Esau the Devil, but I won't. I will tell you a funny story, though, about a dude like you who got on my page with a name was super long, and every fifth in it there were 3 K's as capital letters. Didn't think that I was going to catch that he said he's the KKK because he named his name Clock, Kusivan, and Clemens. Okay, dog, I do seriously. Thank you. I appreciate you, Esau the Devil. Goodbye, man. It was nice knowing you, homie. It was nice knowing you, homie. Okay? You niggas is fans. Okay? Fans, shut the fuck up. I'm going to tell you right now, all my fans, shut up. All my fans, shut up and go away. Now, why would I say that? Because, boy, you are a fan. You're a fan of mine. I don't like fans. People think that I'm down to earth. No, I'm extremely arrogant. But I don't like fans. I like friends. And I'm very friendly with friends and supporters. That's who I talk with. That's why I'm saying get on the Instagram because I will talk to you there. It is not a fan thing. YouTube is too big now for me to do what I want to do, which is to talk to you. I'm a boxing fan. UC Flittle said, found the channel, love it. Keep doing good work, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. You haters are fans. You are fanatics. Take your fanatical ass away from me, okay? You want me to talk to you. You like me. I know you like me because you never leave, okay? I can treat you, say anything to you, and you will still come back despite me begging you to go away. I beg you guys not to keep my name out your mouth on a daily basis, but you will not do it because you confuse me for somebody that cares what you think. Bro, I was talking about black people for a second. I can do that. Okay? I'm sorry if oh no, let me not talk about black people because there's only 500 people in my live stream. There's 300 people that don't like it. I don't give a fuck. Don't come back. Y'all are the trolls. When I talk like this is how many people should be in here. If I got 1,000 people in my chat, I'm doing something wrong. Leave me alone. You don't support anyway. Which is why I'm apologizing to people whose live streams I missed, live chats that I missed, super chats that I missed. Because I'm thinking about you dummies when they supporting the channel. Your size isn't what matters, dog. But your mama does like it. Hoe ass nigga. Oops. Threw 5 more other people out the chat. Anyway, let's move on, dog. Let's move on. Back to boxing. Yes, Teofimo Lopez, the only logical conclusion is that Teofimo Lopez, that Bob Arum doesn't think Teofimo Lopez is big enough a name. I mean, is big enough a name to sell the fight. I don't think he thinks that he knows for sure that Devin Haney can beat him. Now imagine this. You think Marvin Brown, how much do I weigh? A lot. I weigh a lot. More than you think. How much you think I weigh, Marvin Brown? Put a weight on it. See, that's a fan right there. You want to know how much I weigh. Why? So if I walk by the club, you can figure out who I am. I am 5'3", 135 pounds. That's how big I am. So if you go looking for me, go look for him. How much do I weigh? How tall I am? Do I have any identifying scars? Fuck you asking that for, dude. Fuck out of my life, man. Don't ask personal questions. Just a little support, all love from Dallas, man. Thank you, Smooth Groove Boxing. I appreciate you very, very, very much. Now, thank you. Back to boxing. The next subject, though, is Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. No. And Teofimo Lopez. Because I don't know if I got a chance to talk about the fact that Teofimo Lopez, that basically Gervonta Davis just called that dude, I like that fight. Oh, no, it's not he. This dude sound like a da poo-poo. I don't know what that is, man. I don't know why somebody trying to ask me how much I weigh, dog. That's embarrassing, man. Shit. Big. I'm saying big. TMT, all about checks. What do you say? Got to do views and crowds. Put on any GTD. Go to UK next year, 21, when it opens in fall. I'm not sure what that means. Fans already know your height and weight. You said it plenty of times. Really, do you? So it's true, dummy. Hey, man. I also told you 100 times my name is Fannon. You dumb motherfuckers believe that shit too. You think I'm going to actually give you that shit when I'm speaking? I just say big, okay? Might be 260, might be 280, might be 210. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, these are haters, man. These are guys that like me. These are guys that like me. They like me, and that's cool. You like me. Oh, I don't know. Just throw them out. I'm actually surprised that you guys didn't throw them out. Like, the wrenches are really slacking because I shouldn't even be seeing stuff like that. Yeah, they'll do super fans, man. It is whatever it is. I don't care. Say, who are these people today? They're people that love me. And they changed their name. I know. It's okay. Said, dude got a man crush on you, man. You would be surprised how many men are attracted to me. This shit is like, the fuck, dude? This is a boxing channel, man. It's a boxing channel. But that's all right, man. You know, whatever. It just happens, dude. It happens. Oh, Brothers Moses said, salute. Appreciate your boots in this update. Yeah. So let's talk about that. Thank you very much. Because seriously, there's a lot of weirdos here today, man. I don't know what it is about the title. Oh, Tank's fighting. Tank's fighting this week. That's what it up. You revving up the hate for this weekend. You're revving up the hate for this weekend. You know what? EUS and 007, hit me tomorrow because I really do think that you're a good candidate for that. All right. I got to pass it by the other wrenches. I need to get a head wrench, by the way. Oh, who's my head wrench? Shit, I need a head wrench in this bitch. I need somebody that can communicate to me as effective wrench on the wrench brigade for the new wrench. I'm just joking about that. Hey, future fight, Jerron versus Jermel. Who you got? Wow. Jerron. If that fight happens, Jerron. I got Jerron in this if that fight happens. All things being equal, full potential, I think Jerron might get him. I think that shit could be a bad matchup for I think that could be a bad matchup for Jermel. like my IG is Fannon Boxing, just like the channel, without the international and channel, which I think about changing all the time. But it's the same name of the channel. See, when I first changed the name, I put Fannon International Boxing. After that, everything else you've seen for a long time has just been Fannon Boxing. I changed my name to Fannon Boxing a long time ago. I just never named I just never changed the channel name. And that's because I got really sick of UK boxing fans. Really sick. Because I don't want to talk about UK boxing. I think that the stuff, like Bob Arum, I think is a scumbag. You know, that's kind of heavy. I know, but he talks shit about people too. So fuck it. You know, he talks all at the side of his neck about people. So fuck it. I think he's motherfucking crooked and all of that shit. But shit, he's Bob Arum. I know him. You know what I mean? It's like, that's American boxing. Bob Arum has been this way my entire time as a boxing fan, man. Lamont Smith said, this new generation been acting real sweet. Keep doing you, big dog. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, dog, there's a lot of dudes that's real funny, real fucking preoccupied by me. Like, dog, man, like dudes be like you, I just could tell you, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Some things I don't understand, that I don't understand. I don't understand being a man fan. Like, you can say what you want about me and Errol Spence Jr., what I think about Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder. I promise you, Errol Spence Jr. has never gotten that feeling off me when I was around him, because I would be damned if I did it. You know what I'm saying? I am not his fucking fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporter. I like him. Or put it that way, I'm like that. I like him. I'll support him. I'll take an autograph. I'll put him on my wall. But dog, I am not going to sweat him. I'm not going to follow him around for his attention, because that's what you're doing. When you do all that negative stuff, all that making videos about me, dude, you're trying to get my attention. And I know you're trying to get my attention. When you put my name out there, you do also, you're trying to get my attention, Why? Why do you want me to know what you think? Why do you want me to talk about you on my channel? Why would you be copying me, doing things like that, dude? Unless you like me or some shit. Just go away, man. I would rather have cats. Most dudes that are just neutral on you are cool because they just neutral. They're just like, yeah, I like D-Style. He likes your shit or he don't like your shit. Whatever. Neutral. You know what I mean? I guarantee you half the stuff I say, I bet D-Style don't like. And still, I mean, literally half of it. And I still ain't never got any sense of some obsession with him, with out of him to convince me that I think this or that. Your whole desire to convince me of something makes me feel like you are attracted to me. Why do you care so much that I think Tyson Fury cheated? I think he cheated. So what's your obsession with it? Dog, it's nothing wrong with me thinking this dude cheated. I see gloves. I see knuckles. So why do you have an issue with me saying something about that? I mean, unless you either work for him, if that's the case, then you're getting paid. But day in, day out, messages and calls and, oh my God, how can I find you? And how much do you weigh? And where are you? And dog, I'm not a star, dog. Gervonta Tank Davis is a star, man. I'm just a dude talking boxing in his fucking office. I do have a home office though, okay? And I can afford that. I like it. Anyway, back onto this shit because you guys did successfully detract from this show today though. You will not get that privilege tomorrow. Machiavelli Mafia, much love in that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat. But Boots, let's get to Boots. Nearette, you just got blocked. Look at this right here. See this? Nah, that won't get you blocked. I don't think anything of the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Let me ask you a question though. Nah, there are a lot of new subscribers. All right, I'm going to treat you like you're a new subscriber, and I respect this. Fannon, will Floyd versus Paul Logan will be an actual thing? No, it will not. Floyd was just trolling, or somebody was trolling to get people in the media talking about something. Okay, so no. But no disrespect, I'm going to treat you because I just see, but based off the first part of the question, that you might just be a little bit casual. So that's cool. We can learn here. No, that shit is not going to happen. Do you think Floyd is ruining his legacy by stuff like this? No. Because in the last part of in the statement you're saying by stuff like this, you're assuming that Floyd actually said he was going to do it. And I don't know if Floyd ever said he was going to do it. And one of the things that you have to be very careful with as a boxing fan, when you deal with boxing media, is validating that what they said is actually what happened. Because you can be confused very easily in the boxing world by mixing up a journalist for a PR representative of a boxing network. Okay? Two different things. A journalist is there's a journalist and then there's a PR representative for a boxing network. Right? They both write, but one is giving you information that they think that you need to make an educated decision. And the other is telling you something that they want you to believe so you will spend your money with them, which is completely different motivations, but yet very, 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 very relevant. Okay? So record that. I did that in what minute is this? Okay? For you cats what minute is this? And I said that at the 59 minute, 30 second mark. Okay? Now go back to that, parse through it. But before you do, I'll explain it again. No, part one, no, I don't think that it will be an actual thing because Floyd would be humiliating himself if he did it. But Do you think that Floyd is ruining? No, because I don't think Floyd ever said it. I think it's a bunch of gossiping people that said it, and I don't mind gossip, but gossip is gossip. And when you gossip, you should acknowledge it as gossip. Know what I mean? I'll share gossip, and I will tell you when I say it. This is gossip. I don't know that this shit is true or not, but it's entertaining. So let's talk boxing. But when I say, oh, this is entertaining, but this is not, this is just a rumor, I mean it. I'm going to tell you it's a rumor. And that's all that is. That was a rumor. So no, I do not think he will. Yes, sir, Andre Smith. That's how I take that. Now, if you guys want to ask another question, I'm cool with that too. I have not missed any super chats. Yes, I did. Shockwave, Tank in 5 for 9, Yellowbone, Fat. Dog, people don't understand the plight of the yellow man that's a black man. Most people don't understand the yellow black man unless you're a yellow black man. Then you can spot other yellow black men that are trying to get away with shit. Shut your ass up with that dumb shit, boy. I can tell. But I'm goofing off today, man. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for allowing me to be doing something a little different. I need to take a poll. I know the attorney for Breonna Taylor, and I would want to know if you guys would be interested in me having an interview with her and have her explain the case in as much detail as she could give it to you. Because as you guys know, I do have a legal background. She is somebody that I know very, very well and think very, very highly of. And she is actually involved in the process, I think in representing the family of Breonna Taylor. So she could be, I know you guys care a lot of people here really care about that. And I don't typically talk a lot of politics because, like I said, I really want to be boxing. But when I talk to her, she's either going to be here or she's going to be on Trill. So, you know, if it suits Trill, but I think it'll be very, very valuable. And I wanted you guys to know that. Similarly, I really do want you guys to sign up for my Instagram. If you guys are like these live streams, because these live streams eventually are going to go over there just straight. You know what I mean? Because people are offering to pay me a lot of money to do different types of jobs. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, it's going to be that I love this live stream very much. But, you know, if somebody tries to pay me $400 an hour to do something else, I'm not going to be able to pass up doing $400. You know what I'm saying? For this particular time slot, right? For the foreseeable future, I will be year, 2 years. But after that, dude, there will be a time, dude, where I really do want to, the people that are down with this channel and I like to talk to on a regular basis, new and old, I really do want to be able to just chop it up with you and just have a network, you know, LDBC, personal friend, all that stuff, so we can talk this boxing. Because there is truth. I love YouTube, but we can definitely accent the experience for you guys that are really loyal subscribers and loyal not fans. Yeah, and you fans too. Exactly. You hating dudes, come on over there too. I have responded via video to many hating comments already. Okay, and it's quick, it's real time. You don't have to wait around. You don't have to worry about your super chat getting missed. Any of that. Okay. That's why I'm saying the Instagram. For the Patreon people, definitely go to Instagram. Definitely go to Instagram. Because I literally am going to be walking and talking and available for you much more readily than I am through this particular platform. Because many people were like getting hot that I can't respond to their comments. But don't get mad if I don't respond to your comments if you don't do when I extend an olive branch and you don't accept it, right? I'm saying sign up for the Instagram. At a point, I'm going to make it private, right? And I'm probably going to have whenever I feel like all of my supporters are there, that's when it goes private, and that's when I interact and do things on an entirely different level and I'm able to create a lot more value for you as a subscriber, because on this channel, I'm very, very interested in providing value to you as a viewer. That's my main objective. I support black fighters, and because I'm a black fight fan. No, not trying to steal his name, but he's telling the truth. And I see these fighters being mistreated. So my personal thing is that's what I want to do. Okay, I want to do that. And that's what I'm pushing for. So please, and then that's value, but also on the Patreon, in the Instagram, in the comments, in the videos, I try to make my videos provide value for you, right? If the title may look like somebody else's title, but my goal with my video is for the meat of that to be different and for that to bring you something that is unique to me. And many people will ask me, like, why do you do 10 and 11-minute videos instead of like 3-minute videos, 9-minute videos, 14-minute videos? And my thing is because I don't think anybody else can do that like that. I think that I can do that. And I want it, and that's why I do it. That's my value. I can teach you something at minute 8.5 of a 13-minute video that most people will never listen to because they don't have the patience to go through it. I'm not going to give all of my gems and all of the things that I've learned in my life to just anybody that walks in. Okay? I'm not, and I can do that, but I'm not going to do that anymore because people are taking advantage of it. And that's just the truth. Okay? It cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn the things that I'm sharing with you for free. And if I'm going to do it for free, I want it to be with true friends and true people that support. That's what I want. And whatever that number is the number. But if you're in that number, you have me. And you can go ask people that have dealt with me in that regard and ask them if I have not put true value into their lives on a tangible basis. And by that, I mean, they asked me how they can achieve their goals. And I said, this is what I think. If I was you, I would consider this. And this is the structure I would take if I was you. But I'm not you. You have to understand. You have to make that decision. But I can give you access to my experience. And let me tell you, my experience is not inconsiderable. Okay? People act like that the things that I talk about are things I'm pulling out of my ass. They're not. Okay? They are things that I worked hard, bled, cried to learn. Okay? And I'm willing to share it to people. But that's why I get so offended by people taking my content. Because my content is my content. My ideas are my ideas. And I can't defend those on YouTube because but I'm not going to do that. I want to be where I can talk to you. And if you really want to understand the case between Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez, you really want to understand what it is. If you really want to understand what the Breonna Taylor issues are specifically, not in some generality, but in some specificity, we can work to get that. That's what the channel is for. That's what the network is. Not the net. That's what it's about. The community is about. And it falls within LDBC, clearly. And that's why I was so attracted to the LDBC, because of the sense of community that was in it. At this point, let's continue it. But I'd appreciate it if you could sign up for the page to give you more value than I can give you here. I'm not trying to get 1 million subscribers on Instagram. It's not going to happen. Okay? But I can get, if I try really, really hard, an interview with the prosecutor. I can get an interview with somebody that can teach you something. That's why I'm asking you to go. And ask the people in this chat that went and signed up if they've not been receiving that since I said that. Because I have a series called Fannon Responds. It's a series. You hit me with a question, I hit you with an answer. I respond. 30 seconds. I don't have to talk all day. You hit me with it, boom, 30 seconds. If I can't say it in 30 seconds, I don't understand it. And that's the truth. While I can talk to you all day about this, that, and the other thing, if I can't explain it in 30 seconds, I don't understand it. test somebody. People think that being intellectually gifted means that you can babble off shit that nobody can understand. But that's not the truth. Being truly gifted is being able to talk to people in a way that they can understand, where they can comprehend the things that you're sharing with them. It's not to be above them and to be elite or aloof. It's to be empowering, right with the person you're near. So people tell me, Fannon, I like you because you're so down to earth, right? No, I'm not down to earth. I'm quite arrogant. Trust me. Come around me long enough. But I don't confuse my own sense of self with your lack. Okay? Just because I think highly of myself does not mean I don't think highly of you. I can think amazingly high of myself and think more highly of you. Subscribers and your names and things, these are just green lines on the screen to me. I don't know. It says People's Boxing Network. The only thing that I truly know is that there's another human being on the other side. And I don't know what your job is. I don't know who you are. And if I disrespect you, it's because you disrespected me. Okay? That's just what's up. And it's my belief that you did. So I have the right, and I will, not be bullied. But I do respect you. And I do not think less of you. However, I'm not going to let you drag me down at the same time. We are equals. And that's what I think. Right? Deontay Wilder and me are equals. He is not bigger. He's literally bigger than me, physically bigger than me, but he's not more than me. Right? And neither are you. And neither am I to you. So what I'm trying to do is create a network like that. I'm not trying to be a star. I'm putting out 4 videos a day because I want to connect with you. I'm putting out all this content on Instagram because I want to connect with you. And I'm trying to convince you to trust me about the sport of boxing. Trust me when I say, and trust that I'm logical. Trust that I'm being as honest with you as I can be. Because I cannot be truly honest with you because of the fans. Because they'll flag my videos, or they'll call somebody I have a contract with, or they'll find out that the person that has a contract with me don't give a fuck what you got to say. Okay? Because they already know me. However, I want to provide that for you. So sign up for the Instagram. It's not to be a star. Okay? I'm not trying to go pop. I'm just trying to give you more value on a minute-by-minute basis. That's my goal. Quality, important information on a daily basis that is specifically tailored to you because you asked me specifically. It's not me looking through the newspaper, figuring it and trying to figure out what it is that you want to talk about. It's me asking you what you want to talk about and you talking to me and telling me what you want to talk about. Mr. Mafia said, great content for Fannon. Gary Antoine Russell thinks he has the upper hand on Boots since he beat him in the amateurs. You think Boots has grown enough to beat him if they met now? I can't tell you. Because Gary Antoine Russell does not get the attention that he needs to get. I can't tell you that. Because he's not featured. In order for me to know who Jaron Ennis is and think so highly of him, I have to see him. And unfortunately, I've not been able to see Gary Antoine Russell. Because despite being able to see Ivan Redcash, being able to see every other boo-boo the fool that winds up on these cards, I, for some reason, can't ever find a fight with Money Pal. I can't ever find a fight with young up-and-coming fighters like Gary Antoine Russell. I can't even find a fight a lot of times with the big guys that I want to see. I want to see Demetrius Andre fight. Just don't get to see him fight anything meaningful. It's almost like American fighters aren't the focal point. That's what I think. However, because of the people that have told me about Gary Antoine Russell, I am looking very much forward to seeing that. And I think that more than likely, he might, if he can whoop Jerron Ennis, that means he can whoop Sean Porter too, and all these other guys. So that just means we got somebody else that we're not being able to see, which brings me around to Custio Clayton. All right. Now, also another reason to sign up for the Instagram, so I can talk about Custio Clayton, because on YouTube it doesn't tweak the algorithms, right? You know what I'm saying? If I talk about Custio Clayton, I'm going to be talking to Custio Clayton about Custio Clayton in front of, for me, 3,000 people. Right? That's just not going to, that right there is difficult to do on my channel. But on Instagram, I'll tell you in a heartbeat what I think about it. I think it's the problem that you're going to have with Custio Clayton, because Custio Clayton is a good fucking fighter. Come on, man. The big news last week was Custio Clayton can fight. Dude, he beat that dude. Dude, he's a much better fighter than Sergey Lipinets. Okay? Sergey Lipinets was strong. Sergey Lipinets was tough. But Sergey Lipinets was getting beat up. Okay? He was getting beat up by a better schooled, more fundamentally sound, more athletic, faster fighter in Custio Clayton. They took that fight away from him. And everybody and their mama know they did it. But I don't hear robbery. Where is Teddy? Where's Teddy's Teddy Atlas's did Teddy Atlas say anything about it? Did he throw a fit about the fight and how robberies are taking place in the sport of boxing with Custio Clayton? Did he? And I'm asking, have you heard him say anything about that? Oh, wow, man, I missed shit. Andres Vasquez said, you're doing a great job. Don't let these trolls get the best. Oh, no, they ain't going to get the best of you. He said, keep up the great work. Fury cheated. Teofimo is the asterisk champion, and Tank wins. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with every one of those. But look, but they're not champions. Tone Banger said, what? It would be great for your channel as what? I missed it, Tone Bangers. Shockwave True said yes. Much love. I'm not sure what you say yes to because I was in the zone again, but much love in that super chat. Nuke Juice said yes. That sounds like a great episode. Yeah, man, and I'll do it for everyone because I'm already addicted to it. That's all I think about anyway. I walk around thinking about it, so it's easy to get your answers, and it's easier to type. You know what I mean? Like, dog, y'all gotta. Cutthroat. Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, so definitely check me out on that, man. I had to spend some time on that because I wanted to see. Make sure y'all go over there, man. D-Man Jr. said, I'm on your Instagram, Fannon. That's what's up. Cool. So then you know. All you got to do is let me know if you got a different name on different platforms. You just got to let me know what your YouTube name is. Because I might not recognize another name. But yet, let me know your YouTube name. Yes, sir, I am. Absolutely, dude. LCD, lowest common denominator boxing, home of the demographics. Said, real talk, Fannon always gives us educational information. It's always factual, and if you don't understand it, we'll break it down for you. I recommend everyone join the Patreon if you can. Thank you. Please join the Patreon, but please help me on the Patreon and come get your content direct from the source. Okay? Direct, personalized Patreon content that I can do at any time, dog. Because for real, I don't sleep very much and I work all the time. So I have an 18-hour day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an 18-hour day. I sleep about 6 hours a day, and the other 18 hours a day, I'm working on something. Because like Neely Fuller Jr. said, I am trying to be as constructive as I can. And that's the other part of this. And I'm glad there's only 400 people in the building so that you guys can see it, okay? I'm not trying to be spectacular in this. Look, man, I'm really trying to be as constructive in everything as I do say and think. Oh, that's the truth. That's the truth. You speak the language people understand. Because your goal is to explain something. And truly, if you can't explain something in 30 seconds, I don't believe you can understand that you understand it. Because you got to be able to cut away all the frivolousness and get right to the cut. That's why my man says I'm cutthroat on Instagram. Because my gamble is that there ain't a lot of people that can put that much shit into 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And get it in and out in 30 seconds. I'm telling you straight up, that's my gamble. I'm taking a gamble. Every time I make a change in my channel, it's making a gamble that I can separate myself and do something unique. Fannon Responds is my attempt to do that. I am trying to take something that I can explain in 20 minutes, in a 15-minute video usually, sauce it down to 30 seconds and have you get the same level of get the basic understanding and walk away with what I feel. But it is in a response to your question and it's real time. If I can do that, I show commitment to you as a person, as an individual. It shows my commitment to you as an individual. It shows my commitment to the sport of boxing to the extent that I can be that way. And it's also financially sensible for me and you, because you support me on Patreon for $10 a month for me to do a video when I'm really good, 3, 4, maybe. If I'm really working, I could get you 40 videos a month if I killed it. But on this, I can get you 3 times that much just for you specifically. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured that technology advancement, it would enable me to create more value for you as a subscriber to the channel and a supporter of mine. Like the Breonna Taylor stuff. If I can, like there is no doubt that the lady that I can bring to Instagram can explain everything in detail, where you would walk away and be able to ask specific questions to her. And you can then know what's the timeline. What does the family think? Right? You wouldn't have to rely upon the news to tell you that. She could be right there for you. You know, and if you support me in doing that, I can do that with other people. And that's what I'm trying to move towards. I have a vision for it. You know what I mean? But let's talk boxing. Give me questions. Hey, questions. Mr. Mont, this is my first time seeing Custio Clayton, and old boy got serious skills. Yes. Now, Custio Clayton. Let's talk about Custio Clayton. What's going on? What's blazing in sports? I'm chilling, man. Just trying on that grind, trying to make it pop. Hey, and thank you for the $2.99 Nuke juice. Oh, he said Crouton fought well. I fell asleep. Hell yeah, he fought well. Dude, Custio Clayton will not be fighting Jose Ramirez. He will not be Custio Clayton will not be fighting Josh Taylor. No, he fought well enough to get ducked by every fucking body. Believe it. And that's why these people ain't fighting him. Because that guy has solid skills and he's strong. What he didn't do was just step forward and start trying to beat up and knock out Sergey Lipinets. And he fought Sergey Lipinets on no notice whatsoever. So that tells you what type of fighter that guy is. He's a better fighter than the guy that they say would have been fighting for the #1 contender. And guess what else? He'll beat the other guy, Abukarev, too. Now we know more and more that the ranking systems don't make sense. They make sense, but the ranking systems are damn near like they're just fraudulent. Now, Custio Clayton was now at #1 at a certain point in time, but he didn't get the fight. But he was #1 and didn't get the fight. Kind of like now what's his name? Luis Ortiz was #1 for the WBA and never got the fight. Right? But but we don't have that problem anymore, right? We don't have that problem in boxing anymore. Question. Who solved the problem that Luis Ortiz had? Luis Ortiz was a mandatory for Anthony Joshua, but he never got it, right? He never got it. Who solved that problem in boxing so that if they get their way, we will never have that problem again? What great mind of boxing solved that problem? Quiz. I know people don't like the school. People hate school, but it's a quiz. Big Dog Willie, much love in that super chat, man, and fuck Dillian White, dog. No. Not easy work. Not Wilder. Wrong. Dog, come on. Y'all are better than this. It's obvious. It's obvious. Wilder, no. Wilder, no. Wilder, no. Come on. No. Dog, he's on the news explaining it. He explained it multiple times. Nope. Mauricio Suleiman solved the problem. Mauricio Suleiman with the franchise belt. If Anthony Joshua had a franchise belt, Luis Ortiz would have been the mandatory, but he wouldn't have had to fight him. Suleiman, I saw Suleiman's answer before I stopped answering. He answers the question. Burley, the question was this: who solved the problem of Luis Ortiz being the number one man, being the mandatory for 2 years and never getting a title shot? Who solved the problem? And if they got their way, would make sure we never had that problem again? The answer was Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC franchise belt, because it does not have a mandatory. People say the WBA regular doesn't have a mandatory, but it does. WBA, people say that the WBA super doesn't have a mandatory, but I don't understand how that could be the case. Because Anthony Joshua fought Alexander Povetkin as a mandatory to the WBA. So ask me a question, because people always say that, and I don't understand it. Okay? Why do people say that the WBA super champion doesn't have a mandatory? That shit cannot be true. Because Anthony Joshua fought as the WBA super champion. And he had a mandatory with Alexander Povetkin. But yet people say that the WBC is trying to copy the WBA super belt with the franchise. No, because they have mandatories. They have mandatories. The WBA super champion at 140 is Josh Taylor. He has a mandatory. They can put a mandatory on him. The WBA super champion matter of fact, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Yeah, Bumpy Thompson. You can definitely nominate somebody. Absolutely. Because then you can ask that person if you can be a moderator. And that person can take your moderation shit away. Yep, the WBC, you're right. Then if you meant that, that's what you were right. 100% right. If you meant that, you were right. Well, no doubt about it. Do. Yes, he made that the situation. Jupiter B said, what is the point of the rankings? Franchise completely kills the entire point of contenders fighting their way up. It ruins everything. Absolutely. It just completely destroys the sport of boxing, man. Though it completely destroys the sport of boxing. Really, really does. But they do that on so many, but that's the case on so many different levels. Thank you. Dark Truth said the WBA mandatory is like 18-month frame instead of a 12 months. Okay, thank you. So we can then correct the record then. Because the record would then say that that the WBC is not copying the unless they put the mandatories back into it. But as long as they don't have a mandatory at all, then it's just a designation, and you can't. But let's get back to the subject, man. I drifted so far off the subject today, dog, that it's just my apology, man. It's my apology, man. Let's talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. How many of you guys are going to the fights today, man? I mean, going to the fights this week. Because if you're there, I will definitely be there. Franchise, Mero Sanchez said, franchise is the new word for cherry pick. Exactly. It is. Oh, and it's just to protect your boxer, man. Do you know any South African boxers, Fannon? Where's Tete? Where's Tete from? But not a lot, no. Not right now. But they're going to be like the South African boxers. They're like kind of small, some of the smaller weight classes. I can't remember their name. But I will look them up and I'll talk about them and watch them if you want me to. But nah, the African fighters that I know for the most part are in Namibia, like the ones in Namibia. And I thought Tete may not be from South Africa. But I don't know. Maybe it says he looks like he's from South Africa. Oh, Tybo. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And then he's one of those. He's like ain't he like an IBO champion? Isn't he like an IBO champion? But I don't know if he's from South Africa. You know what I mean? Like I know Dog Bay. I know the different Africans. Oh, Chris Van Erden is South Africa. I didn't even think him. I thought you meant like a Sands, like somebody with Sands or something like that. That's what I thought you meant about that. But the Van Herden, the welterweight, yeah. But you know, he's Dutch. Like I don't know why I do that. Like it's Dutch. I think of the Africans. Like if an African fighter, I think I'm gonna ask with like an African person. And if you're from South Africa or Africa and you're not, you know, indigenous, forgive me. But when I say African, I'm talking about the indigenous Africans. You know, the blackies. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that, you know, talking about the black people. That when you don't like them, you put flies on their nose and act like everybody's starving. That Africa. You know what I'm saying? But ask me questions, man, because let's get it back to boxing. I got another 45 minutes. So we can wrap up the boxing talk. Because I did today have a good amount of other like housekeeping that I wanted to drive home. But hit me with some boxing questions. Y'all can't beat me. Trolls, have at me. I'll let you on my chat. Who wants to jump on the chat? I'm lying. Nah, I'm lying. Richard Comey is from Ghana. Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Look, man. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Oh, no. Gervonta Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz. There you go. Tank versus Leo. Let me ask you a question, man. What fight is more significant? Gervonta Tank Davis winning over Leo Santa Cruz or Gervonta or Teofimo Lopez beating Vasily Lomachenko? Exactly. That's what I meant. Real, original black people. That's what I meant. Gaseous Cassius. The Louisville Lip. Which one? They had a bunch of them. Gaseous Cassius, the Louisville Lip, a bunch of shit. Yeah. What's Tank? Oh, Tank. Y'all got Tank. Cool. But look, so the Tank is, I agree. And it's logical why that would be the case. Because the only reason the only reason that you would say Lomachenko is because you think that Lomachenko has a better career than Leo Santa Cruz does. Yeah, but if you look at the records of the two and you take out all of the fluff, Leo Santa Cruz record is better than Vasily Lomachenko's. And that's just the truth. His record is better than Vasily Lomachenko's. It's not as good, it's better than Lomachenko's. Because he's got the same number of losses. He's got belts going into the fight. He got less now. They're going to have the same after the fight. Right? But dude, Leo Santa Cruz is not a hype job. He's a duck artist. But he's not a hype job. He's a duck artist, but he's not a hype job. Let me check something. No. Good. Oh, that makes sense. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, now I understand it. Loma is only considered better because of the hype. Leo's career is 3 times better than Loma's. Exactly. It's the better fight. And that's why it's on pay-per-view. Number one, the guy that's considered the favorite is the better fighter. He's a better fighter. As in, Tank is a better fighter than Lomachenko is himself. You know what I'm saying? And Leo Santa Cruz is better. Leo gets, oh yeah, I can't wait for this fight, dog. Yeah, Fannon, do you think Leo can beat Lomachenko? No, I do not. But I think it'll be a good fight. I think it'll be a very good fight. I don't know. But I think it'd be a good fight. I favor Lomachenko heavily. I'll tell you who I think could beat Lomachenko. He's just got to be strong. Tank. Like I'm describing, like who would beat him? Tank. Tank will beat him. Fannon, is it true Loma fighting a monster in a way? They'll probably try to feed it to him. If they do, that would be the biggest bitch move in the history of boxing. If they try to pull that shit. But I wouldn't doubt if they tried to pull that shit, dude. I wouldn't doubt that at all. Oh, he said Pacquiao, different weight class. Pacquiao's a different weight class. I mean, the guys coming up. Oh, hey, yeah, Stevenson. And quite honestly, right about now, Gary Russell Jr. has got a real shot. Gary Russell Jr., I think, has a good shot to beat him. And I'll explain why. The angles. The book's out on him. And at this point in time, Gary Russell Jr. knows the book's out on him. And what's going to happen is Lomachenko, to beat Gary Russell Jr., is going to have to start trying to walk Gary Russell Jr. down. And I don't know if he's going to be able to walk Gary Russell Jr. down without taking a lot of shots and not being able to hit him. The difference there is the size. But Mikey Garcia's hypocritical ass could have beat him too. Mikey Garcia is a hypocrite, dude. Like, wow. Mikey Garcia, you a hypocrite, dog. Talking shit about Lomachenko. I couldn't believe it when I heard it, dog. Did you hear it? Did you hear Mikey Garcia say something crazy about about Lomachenko fighting smaller men? Are you kidding me? Mikey, your whole career is that. That's your whole career. And Mikey tried to convince Leo Santa Cruz to do the same thing against Gervonta Davis. Don't take the fight at 135, take the fight at 130. That's what he tried to do. That's bananas, which reminds me of something. Hold on 1 second. I'm back to boxing. I know some of y'all left the chat because I wasn't talking boxing. I was talking about black people and you got mad. Come on back. Stay still. I'm back talking about boxing. But I had to pay attention to my super chats today, okay? And I'm begging people that give me super chats to please go to the Instagram so I can give you more than you're worth, okay? That's what I'm saying. You give me $10, dog. I'm trying to give you 20 back. That's my goal. You give me $100, I'm trying to give you 1,000 back. That's my goal. Ask Deion Washington if he gave me $10 if I didn't give him 1,000 back. That's my thing. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to turn water into wine, dog. Allegorically speaking, I'm trying to take bread, your bread and fish, and turn that shit into a bunch more. That's what's up, man. I'm making Instagram right now. That's the whole purpose. But anyway, I'm back to boxing. What was I talking about? Somebody remind me real fast, please. I'm old. What was I talking about? And this delay is so terrible. Oh, Mikey and that bullshit ass record of Mikey's. Okay, so Mikey convinced Leo Santa Cruz only to take the fight if the fight was at 130. I already talked to you about what he did with Adrian Bronner, right? When Adrian Bronner fought him at 140, like Adrian Bronner was coming down, dude. Who knows how much Adrian Bronner was weighing when that training camp started? That dude might have been walking around at 170 pounds, as big as AB gets. I doubt he's 170, but dang, he could have been walking around at 100. Nah, he's probably 170 pounds. You know what I mean? He might have been walking around 170 pounds, and then he's like, yeah, I'll fight you, but you got to make 142 and a half. Yeah, you ain't getting 30 off that fat ass without draining. Yeah, I'll fight you at that weight, not a pound more. Oh, but against Errol Spence, hey, I'm willing to go all the way up to 147. I see something. What did you see in Errol Spence Jr. that you didn't see in Adrian Bronner? That would allow you to say that you didn't need to weight drain him. You know what I mean? What did you see in Manny Pacquiao that you don't see in Adrian Bronner that made you have to weight drain him? Right? See, when you do sneaky shit, later on, the shit plays out. Later on, it plays out. You thought AB had a belt at a time at 144? No. When was the last time Adrian Bronner had a championship, man? Adrian Bronner ain't had a belt since Paulie motherfucking Malignaggi, homie. Okay? He ain't had a belt. I don't think has he had a belt since Marcus Maidana? Dog, he ain't won a fight. He ain't won but one fight in the last 5 years, dude. All good fights. But you gotta understand, Adrian Bronner is something special. That dude can get a pay-per-view fight off of man, Adrian Bronner is something special, dog. Adrian Bronner can accomplish things that no mere mortal can. No mere mortal can. Like getting on pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao coming off of losing 4 out of 5 fights. And get up on Instagram and ask for $10 million. And have a chance to get it. Because y'all don't think Bronner's going to get that $10 million. AB going to get that $10 million. And you watch. When he get that $10 million, I'll be like, I told you that boy got that $10 million. I told you. Because Adrian Bronner is a motherfucking genius. Man, I see this dude on Instagram. I'm like, dude, that dude right there has figured it out. That dude right there, Adrian Bronner, has figured it out. He's like, shit, you going to want to see me. You know what I mean? Like, you going to want to see me. Like, I want to see Adrian Bronner because it's just Adrian Bronner. For real. Like, hold on a second. Like, Adrian Bronner is bigger than boxing in a very odd way. like he really is bigger than boxing because I care what he does and I can't help myself. You know what I'm saying? I know he's more than likely not going to win the fight, but I am waiting on his next fight as avidly as I'm waiting on Terrence Crawford's. That's just the truth. I can't. Who Adrian Bronner is going to fight next is as important to the boxing world as who Terrence Crawford's going to fight. You cannot convince me that Terrence Crawford is a bigger star than Adrian Bronner. I no way. Like, for real, it's hard to convince me that Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than Adrian Bronner. Teofimo Lopez is definitely not a bigger star than Adrian Bronner. I'm telling you, man, Adrian Bronner is something fucking special. He's something special, man. Like, he's an anomaly. I just don't understand him, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. He said, AB took so long off, he make you forget he lost his last fight. Like, it all starts over again, and that's the truth. But here's the truth of it, really. But this is the thing, man. It's because you like him. Dog, you can say what you want, dog, but for real, how can you not like Adrian Bronner? Adrian Bronner has a personality where he literally can cuss you out to your face, and you could honestly laugh about it. Now, I wouldn't laugh at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna laugh at that shit. I'm not gonna stand there and let this motherfucker crack jokes on me. That's why I ain't gonna ask him for no interview. Because, dog, Adrian Bronner is a dude that, look at him, okay? Look at him. When Adrian Bronner walks through a group of people, Adrian Bronner is surrounded, dog. Oh, man, I'm just telling you. Adrian Bronner is a star. And these other guys try to create stars, man. Look, man, don't act like Teofimo Lopez is Adrian Bronner, okay? You're just hoping that he's something special in the ring, and eventually people will connect with him, and then they will want to see him fight. Because the important thing is the connection between you and the fighter. And Adrian Bronner don't need none of you to connect. He can do what none of y'all can do. I saw it out of the blue, walking. Dog, seriously. I talk shit because I can do this. And I'm telling you, I talk shit because I can do this. At any point in time in the day or night, I promise you, does not matter. If I get on this Instagram, if I get on YouTube, I can talk to 4,000 people. It's anytime that I want to, 24 hours a day, right? Why? Because I got a YouTube channel. You guys know who I am. That's just what it is. What's going on, Mel Brazil? That's just what it is. At any point in time, doesn't matter. I could do the same show at 11:30. I could do at 8 in the morning. I could do at 10 at night. I could do the shit at midnight. I could do it 4 in the afternoon. It doesn't matter because I've done those in every slot. So I know that I can at any time. Like right now, we got 400 people in the building, right? Dog, this show pretty much sucks. The show pretty much sucks. I'm not even really focused on it. It's like a Monday morning and we're not really pushing on nothing. You know what I mean? However, when Adrian Bronner can do this, I cannot do this. Pick up my phone, be digging all in my nose, scratching my ear, wax and shit. Be like, what's up, y'all? I ain't doing shit. What you doing? I'm just shitting, walking by my kids. There's my kids. No, there was like 800 people in that motherfucker within 2 minutes. It was like, boop. That motherfucker was like, bow. Immediately talking about nothing. I was like, and he ain't won a championship in years. Okay? Y'all can't do that, dog. Okay? Y'all can't do that. If on losses, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. That boy's a star. So don't tell me these boys ain't stars. These dudes are stars, man. These boys are stars, for real stars. And I'm getting real tired of acting like they're not. Because they live in the United States on planet Earth on the ground. And when they go and on Earth walk in and sell out arenas, okay, they're the star. They're the stars. You are trying to convince me that Monster Inoue is a star. He is not a star. Not around these parts. If he's a star in Japan, but he ain't here. Okay? He's not a star. Me, I'm not in Japan. I'm in the United States. The star that I see is in Dallas, is Errol Spence Jr. Because I know damn well Errol Spence Jr. can walk out you announce a fight, tell people to be there, give him a halfway decent opponent, and there's going to be 40,000 people sitting there watching him if there wasn't for the social distancing. That's a star. Monster Inoue ain't no star. You guys are selling them and hoping eventually they'll become one. So you steal the stars from us that exist right now. You won't let people, you will not. Stars are born, not made. Oh, no, they're made. I disagree, Mr. Burton. They are made. You know who makes them? We do. We do. We do. You don't. We do. Because we're the fans. See how that works? You don't make stars. We make stars. That's why the people that you say are stars never become them. Because you think you make them. Now, let me ask you a question. Can I get philosophical on you? I don't want to scare you away, but I will end the show on a bit of a philosophical note. Can I be so philosophical? Please say 1, if I can. 2, if you don't want to hear that shit. Okay. And then I will do it if more, as long as I get a general sense that you want to hear it. Because I do not want to distract people. I got to hear 1 or 2. Don't say yes or no. 1s and 2s. Okay. 1s and 2s. With the number 1, because I can see them. I don't have to read anything. Because you got to make it appealing for my eye. Right? 1s, like lines of 1s. Okay. So we get enough 1s. Let me explain what a star is. Okay? Why do they call you a star? And this is the way that I think of it. Because symbology really is what you think of something. So what is a star? Do they mean the sense of like the galaxy way to fuck up there, that gaseous shit? Yes and no. But I don't want to use that picture of a star. I want to use the star that is on the flag. Does anybody have a flag around them? Or can you visualize a flag? I am locking, no, not the little sun, because the star, no. But what I mean is, I'm referring to the star on a flag. The star that they put on you in school when they give you a good sticker, right? Now, the stars that are on our flag, what do they look like? The stars that are on the flag, what do they look like? Or better yet, how many points do they have? I'll be quick. It's 5. It's a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. It's a person who is an abstract for a star. It's people, right? It's a person. Those are people. 50 people. Well, who are the people? The people are the states, because the government represents the people, right? See that? The star, star, star. That's your head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. Because the stars represent the states, But what do the states represent? The states represent the people because we're a government of the people, by the people, for the people, right? That's what we're supposed to be. So that's what a star is. A star is a person. And a star is a person that you look up to. Like a person look up to the actual star, right? But you're really not looking up at a star because up is relative. Anyway, you get my point. That's what it is. They are trying to make you the person that everybody looks at. They want him to be the star. He wants him to be the representative of the people. That's the star that they're using. They're not talking about the star that's in the sky. They mean the star on the flag. They mean the star that's representative of a group of people. The 50 stars that are on the flag. That's a star. So they are trying to tell you who the star is, who you should look up to, who represents boxing. It's not the person you're telling me it is. It's the people we choose. We look at our stars. We say who represents us. We say who's the champion. We do. You're just trying to pimp us. You're just trying to pimp us. I tell you who my star is. You don't tell me who the star is. Muhammad Ali was the star because the people looked to him. And you could never get their eye off of him no matter who you tried to bring along. That's a star. A star is somebody that keeps your focus. Adrian Bronner is a star. He doesn't need any gimmicks. All he needs is himself. Sir, do you know what the difference between a passionate exposition and a rant is? What is the difference between a passionate exposition and a rant? The intelligence of the person listening. Dog barks sound like noise to humans. The greatest speech ever delivered by man sounds like muddled mess to a dog because it doesn't understand it. You interpret mine as a rant because you don't understand. There's not a word that I said that was not based in logic, sound logic. Teofimo Lopez is not a star. If he was, you wouldn't have to tell me. I would come. Got it? If Teofimo Lopez was a star, you wouldn't have to tell me he was. I would just show up. Right? Nobody had to tell me that Errol Spence Jr. is a star. I just show up. Nobody told me Jerron is a star. I just show up. Because I know what he is. I know what I see. You cannot tell me or manufacture a star for me. Because I'm not stupid. Much love to the LDBC. Much love to everybody in the chat. Make sure you support KQKC Boxing coming up next, who's already on. Make sure you check out BFTB. Make sure you check out if you can't get to them, check out the new media channels that got their live streams going on. Whatever you do, support boxing. And with that, I'm out. Peace.